In this video, I want to show you how to join multiple data frames together to create a single result data frame. If you're familiar with relational databases and SQL, which I hope most of you are, then you should be familiar with joins. You can also consider it as similar to a VLOOKUP in Excel. So in the cell on the screen, I've created two data frames, df1 here and df_2 here. df1 contains sales information. So you have a transaction ID, a store ID that the sale was related to, a sale date, and the sales amount. df2 contains the information about specific stores. So the ID is the ID of each store. You also have the store name and the city that that store belongs to. So let me demonstrate how we can join and combine these data frames together. So notice that the store ID column of df1 is related to the ID column of df2. So store ID 103 can be traced to ID 103, and then we can get additional information. So this belongs to store C, and it's located in Chicago. So let's head over to the docs. So I'll go to latest release, API docs, Python, and then API reference. So join is a part of the data frame class. So if I click on data frame, under J, we should see join. Here it is. So the syntax is to use a join method on a data frame object. When performing a join, one data frame is the left data frame and the other is the right data frame. So the data frame you chain the join method to is referred to as the left data frame. So let's check the parameters. So the first parameter is the other data frame, also known as the right data frame. And then you also specify in the on argument how you would like to join the data frames. So if both joining columns have the same name, then you can pass the column name as a string, or a list if you're joining on multiple columns. Otherwise, you need to pass in a join condition. And then the third argument is how you want to join the data frames. So you can see the options here. The default is inner, but then you also have cross, outer, full, full outer, and a lot of these are synonymous with each other. So full outer is the same as full_outer. It's just a different way to type it. So there's some examples below. So this is the left data frame, df1 or df. And then we do .join, and this is the right data frame. And then we're specifying the column in which to do the join on. Since both data frames are joined on the same column name, we can pass it in as a string. But in this instance, you can see that you can also do it based on a condition. So where df.name is equal to df2.name. So let me provide some examples so you can see how it works. So df1 here will be the left data frame, and this df2 will be the right one. So let me start off by demonstrating a left join. So in a left join, all of the records from this left data frame will be returned, and only the matching records from this right data frame will be displayed. So if the right data frame doesn't contain any matching values, then you'll see null values. So let's script the join. So I do df_1.join, and then for the first argument, I specify the right data frame, which is df2. And I like to join them where the store ID of df1 is equal to the ID of df2. And then for the type of join, I will say left, and then I can do a .display. And actually what I'll do is I will assign this to left join _df, like so, and then I will display that. So as you can see, transaction ID, store ID, sale date, and sales amount here relate to the left data frame. All of the records from the left data frame are returned, but only 3 records matched. And then we have 2 rows of nulls for the right data frame because they were not matched. So looking at the data frames, we can see df2 doesn't have a corresponding ID for 106 and 107. So that makes sense. So note that if there are many records for the same ID on the right data frame, then only the first matching record will be joined. So for example, if there was another store ID of 101, then only the first record would be returned, not both. So now let me demonstrate right joins. Similar to a left join, in a right join, all of the records from the right data frame are displayed. So all of the records from this data frame will be displayed, and only the matching records from the left data frame will be displayed. So if the left data frame doesn't contain any matching values, then you'll see null values. And we can already see that the left data frame, this one, doesn't contain a store ID for 101 and 102. So I already know that we'll get nulls for these two records. So let's script it. I will assign it to the variable rightJoin_df, and that will be the result of df1.join df_2. And again, I can pretty much just copy this condition, and then I will specify right join. And then I will do right join df.display. So this time, all of the records from the right data frame, so which are these three columns, are displayed, and we get nulls for the unmatched records from the left data frame. Okay, so now let's do an inner join. An inner join will return only the records matched in both data frames. So we already know that will be these three records. Unmatched records from the left and the right data frames will be excluded. So let's actually just copy this, add it below, and change it to inner. And then change the type to inner. And let's run this. As you can see, only matched records from both data frames are returned, and we get no nulls. A full outer join will return all of the records from the left and the right data frames, regardless of whether they are matched or not. So again, let me copy this and change it to a full outer join. So I'll just call it full join df, and I'll call this full outer, like so. So as you can see, we get nulls here and we get nulls here. So these are the unmatched records from the left data frame and the right here. So all records are displayed. Okay, so what if I wanted to return only the columns from the left data frame that do not match with the right data frame? For that, we can use a left anti-join. So let me show you. So I'll change this to a left anti-join. And this will become left anti, like so. So this returns only the rows and columns from the left data frame that were not matched with the right data frame. A right anti-join is not supported in Spark, but you can just swap df1 and df2 if you wanted to return the records from df2 that were not matched in df1. There is one other type of join that I want to demonstrate, and that is a cross join. A cross join, or a Cartesian join, pairs every row from one data frame with every row from another, resulting in all possible combinations. You don't need to specify a join condition for this. So let me do a cross join between both data frames. So that will just be df_1 dot cross join like this, and then df_2, and then do dot display. So for the cross join, we return 25 rows. That is because for each row in the left data frame, we return it repeated for each row in the right data frame. Since there are 5 records in both data frames, 5 and 5, we return 5 times 5, which is 25 records. So all possible combinations. Okay, so that's how to join multiple data frames together. Now let me demonstrate how you can union data frames together. Union in PySpark concatenates two data frames with identical schemas by stacking their rows. So let me union df1 onto itself. So the syntax is similar to a cross join, except you just do union. So df_1.union df_1.display. So let's run this. So what we have here are all of the rows of df1 appended to the bottom of the same data frame. So rows 1 to 5 and 6 to 10 are repeated. If I try to union df2 to df1, it won't work. This is because the schemas in these data frames are not the same, so they need to have the same number of columns and data types. Great. So that was how to combine data from multiple data frames using join and union.